Welcome back to Enlightened Outdoors. You know, I've been out here shooting for a while today. I've probably put 60 arrows downrange already. And you know, in another part of this segment, I mentioned that I was trying out different lighted nocks, ones I hadn't used before, and I haven't been particularly pleased with them. The thing is, you gotta try your gear out, try different things, find out what works for you. There's no one size fits all when it comes to archery. You know, some people will try to make you believe that you have to use this type of bow or that type of bow or this type of arrow or this type of nock or fletches or whatever. It takes time. You know, you can go to a pro shop and they can set you up with something and they can get you fitted and get things that work for you. But it's not a 5-minute deal. You know, archery takes some time to really get dialed in. I happen to be an archery coach for our local high school. I coach with another fella for S3DA, and for those of you that aren't familiar with S3DA, that's Scholastic 3D Archery. It's pretty much nationwide now. There's a lot of schools doing it. If your school's not involved, I urge you to get in contact with their headquarters in Kentucky and see what you can do to get your school involved in S3DA or in NASP, which is National Archery in the Schools program. Now in S3DA, you're allowed to use competition bows and sights and stabilizers, and there's different classes for that. But in NASP, that's all instinctive shooting. That's all with Genesis bows, with no sights, no markings on your risers, any of that. Everybody shoots the same bows that are variable draw length with the same arrows that are all the same length. So it really comes down to just being the archer and their abilities with the bow more than how much expensive equipment you can put on it. So both programs, really good programs. I believe they both offer scholarships nowadays. So if you're not involved in a club and you don't have one in your area, talk to your local school and find out what you can do to get an instructor certified. It's a pretty cool deal. Anyway, today I'm just out taking some shots, trying to figure some things out with my setup. Still shooting really well, but just been doing some experimenting, and that's what I like to do. I like to come out and experiment. I like to mess with my arrows, kind of calibrate my arrows, get them all the way the same amount. I actually got 5 of Allen's arrows all within 1/10 of a grain of each other total span. They're all 400.0 grains all put together, but I'll take the time and I'll measure out the nocks, and I'll measure each fletch, and I'll measure the bare shafts, and then I'll mix and match. You know, like I'll put the heavy shafts with the lighter tips and the lighter shafts with the heavier tips, and I'll just build the arrow and do the math and try to get it as close as I can to have all the arrows the same weight. So yeah, I'm gonna take a few shots here. Notice I'm sitting on a bucket. I like to practice like I might hunt. So anyway, obviously I don't hunt from a bucket a whole lot, but sitting up in a tree stand, there's a lot of times you have to shoot while you're sitting down in the stand. You may not be able to get a standing shot, and I personally like shooting sitting down in a tree stand. I've shot a lot of deer that way, but yeah, sometimes I'll shoot sitting down, standing up, on a knee, behind a tree, leaning out, just trying different things. You're walking to your stand and there you see a deer behind a brush pile, and you can get the slip on it because it's upwind of you. You know, you get behind that tree and get drawn, and hey, I got a nice broadside shot on a deer at 22 yards that has no idea I'm there. That's awful nice to be able to do that on the way to your stand, but if you don't practice doing it, if you don't practice getting drawed behind a tree and slipping out nice and quiet, which foot to take that step with first so that your body's in the right position the fastest and most efficiently. It's just a lot of things that you can try at home that a lot of people may not think about. That was right tight in the middle of the bullseye. Let's see if I can zap this old napping doe laying down there with no legs. If she was a pig, I'd say she was a groundhog, but what would you call a doe with no legs? Probably dead. And it's right in the old biscuits. And who don't like some biscuits for dinner? Let's see if we can shoot this turkey up the vent. I don't know if you can tell down there, but that's a turkey that's quartering really hard away from us. So I'm just going to see if I can put it right on the right side of the old vent. If you don't know what the vent is, that's the old turd gutter, affectionately called. Bingo. What's his name? Oh, there's one arrow left. Look at that. Isn't that fancy? Those nice patriotic veins on there. Let me slide another one behind the shoulder of that doe. I've seen her wiggle one more time. I'd say that'd do it. Let's go take a look. Yes, indeedy. So that'd be the first shot. We can say X on that one. That one there, there's not really a defined place to aim for, which is kind of cool. You know, do some blind bale shooting once in a while. But that would definitely make that turkey have a bad day. And then this one here is a touch high, but that one was right in the old 10 ring. Got a doe right there. She's like 22.5 yards. Just guessing. She's talking to a turkey. His name's Tom. Let's see if we can slip one around this tree and get him. Looks like I got her right in the juicer. Oh, big old melon head doe. She didn't quite make it there. Don't you know? Oh. Hey, I got me a turkey tag here. Okay, dude. I think I can get that gobbler right in the old giblet. That turkey's gonna have to have another arrow. He said that one was just a little to the left. Oh, I say you're gonna eat that one now, Tom. You know, if you're just an old stick in the mud, then just be an old stick in the mud. But really, you need to have your archery practices be a little bit exciting. Maybe not exciting, but not boring. You know, do something different. Get down and shoot off an E, shoot off a bucket. Shoot out of the back of a moving truck at 60 miles. Oh no, you probably shouldn't do that. That'd be a bad idea. Just go out and shoot. Two. Have somebody throw frisbees in the air. Shoot those. Especially if you live in town, you know, like Portland. No, actually, no, that's a terrible idea. Don't listen to me. You're back again. Huh. Well, I just stopped at this tree to have a little rest. You know, been walking around shooting a lot today. And I couldn't help but notice there's a turkey and a deer and a watermelon sitting down there. Kind of yelling at me. I don't like being yelled at. I think I'm going to have to give them a little bit of the business. Oh, turkey breast. That's what we're going to be having for lunch. I think I can put another one in the old juice box in that dough. Yes, sir. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Off we go. Yeah, practice in awkward positions. Let it pay off for you. You know, get out there and try something different, as long as it's safe, you know, as long as you're keeping everything in a safe direction, you know your target, what's beyond it. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're going to get hurt. Take aim at anything you don't intend to destroy.
Or shoot.
Or shoot, or kill. Because, you know, that could be taken a little bit too literally, I suppose. Don't take aim at anything you don't want to destroy. So basically you're telling me if you had a BB gun and you took aim at a tank, you're going to destroy it. Awesome. That melon's getting a little weak in the shorts there. Juicing out. It's a good way to clean your arrows too. Not by wiping them in your armpit. That's just a good way to make your wife mad, you know, getting your shirts all dirty. But no, you know, shoot through a watermelon. Maybe you go out and shoot a deer. And if you want to get all the blood off your arrows, come shoot a couple watermelons. A little harder to do in the wintertime when there's no watermelons. They're froze. Just random thoughts. Gang, thank you very much for joining us again on Enlightened Outdoors. It's just a little bit of a glimpse into what we do on an everyday basis, really. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I hope you stay safe in all these crazy times, and I hope you all go vote, because every one of your votes matters, just like you all matter to us. Take care.